Hop in! What up world, it's BK here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to put programmable LED lights on your car.
Alright, so this is the Arduino IDE. If you click File, New Sketch, it's going to bring you to something like this. So we have this Nano Pixel light strip, and what we want to do is control them. If this is your first time using Nano Pixel or controlling LED lights, you're going to need to include the library. To do that, you go Include Library, Manage Libraries, and then you're going to want to look for, we're going to use this one, Nano Pixels. So yeah, this one here, want to include the library. Okay, and then we want to define a couple of things. LED pin is 6, and then we're gonna define our LED count. Let's say it's like 20. You need to define which pin our button is on, which I believe is 2. Alright, now let's set up the LED strip. So for each LED strip that you have, you're going to need to create a variable that defines them, and their constructor for the Adafruit NeoPixel, number of LEDs that you need, which pin that they're on, the format, so RGB. We also need some variables for our button. The setup function will run one time, and you want to initialize all your stuff. Usually need to begin. So we also need to set the pin mode for our button pin, so we know what we're gonna do on that pin. So we're gonna look for an input pull up. Loop will happen essentially like every frame, but however fast the clock is. So what we're gonna say is check the state of our digital pin. Button state is not equal to the previous state. Then we want to take some action, and then we want to set our previous button state to equal the current button state. Whenever we press the button, we want to take some action. Okay, so what action do we want to take? We want the button to change the color setting on our LEDs. So maintain a strip setting variable. What we want to do is set the color of the LED strip to red, then green, then blue. So in our color change settings function, we want to create a variable for the color, and then based on the strip setting, we're going to set that color. So we'll set this color to red, and then if it was 1, we will set it to green. And then if it was 2, we'll set it to blue. Oh, we need to have our LED strip assigned to the new color, and then determine where on the strip we want to start and where we want to end. And then once you've defined how you want the strip to be set up, you have to show it. And then what we will do is increment strip settings ++, and we'll add a default case here that's gonna say strip settings equals 0, and the LED strip should be off. And so if we show low on the pin button, which means we've pressed it, and it's different than it was last time, then we will change states. We'll just just increase that delay just by a small amount if it does have to change the setting. That way that can give time for the LEDs to actually change. Alright, so plug your Nano in. Everything should blow up. Just kidding. If there was ever a time where you actually blew up your Arduino, let me know in the comments. Okay, with all the bugs squished, we have compiled our code, and now we're going to upload it to the Arduino. Looks like it's uploading. There we go. Now the reason it didn't work right off the gate is one of these lines here is for the LED inside this push button, but we're not using that, so we just had to switch the lines around until we got the one we want. Before we get started creating some more festive light behaviors, let's fix the bug. So what's different is red, green, blue, off, red. Leave a fire heart emoji in the comments if you saw that bug ahead of time. With that out of the way, let's get on to some more advanced light behaviors. Let's do something more Christmas. For now, let's just do alternating colors. So we have like a red and a green, or a blue and a white. Now this has allowed us to abstract the functionality of fill color from our change color function. So in the cases here, we're just going to keep fill color. But for case 1, we want the LED strip to alternate color. Remember, sometimes we're not dumb, we just can't see that the eye is supposed to be after the N. And then I see like a blue and white. Now that the lights are programmed the way that we want them, let's get them set up in the car. What you're looking at is a cigarette USB that's going into the Arduino, and then that's the push button switch. And what we're gonna do is run some cables out. If you see here, there's a channel where I think weather stripping used to be. The wires will end up through the door hinge and right in this crevice. So we put it into the canal, into the weather stripping channel, and we've got it wired up through there into the Arduino. And yeah, little extra bits of wire. All right, let's fire it up. Congratulations, now you know how to program LED lights and put them wherever you want. Hope you enjoyed this little tutorial on Arduino. Also, if you learned anything in this video, please give it a like. I plan on controlling a lot more than LED lights in the future, so if you're interested in that, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.